Okay, you gotta think about it. In short season, you mentioned David Price, Anthony Kershaw. Don't think doing 162 could be problematic in this
Oh, yeah,
short season.
so good to see sports back on TV now.
Kershaw is not going to be able to start tonight. He's got some back stiffness, and he's dealing with it.
Yeah. Get high, rapper. The man hour. You already know. It's live. It's raw. It's going down. Like this. I'm going around and letting everybody know that they welcome to the show. It's the latest thing you ever seen, you already know. Let me introduce you to your host of the hour. It be Mike and Mike. Yeah, it's the man hour. Got the hottest plays, all the breaking news. Every rumor, every trade, every breaking bruise. Tighten up the screws, yeah, it's going down. Have you saying what the fuck and never watered down? It's going down, I'll be rolling up. And if you buy it or you sell it, then you made the cut. Watch me flip it back, I can double up. I got sriracha for that ass, I'ma burn it up. Gotta check the rules and know that it be fair and foul. Rep blow the whistle, coach throw the towel. We can do this on the field or outside the lines. It's the man hour though, now we going live.
And what is up, guys? Mike and Mike Manhauer with your host, Michael Buckeister, and my man, Mike LeBlanc. Mike, what is going on today, brother?
Oh, man. What's going on? It's been a rough one. It's been a rough day.
Yeah, man, I definitely understand it's been a rough day, and we're going to get into why it's been a rough day. But first things first, man, happy birthday from myself and the fans over here on Twitch is wishing you a happy birthday on YouTube. So Facebook, guys, give us some love. Give Mike some happy birthday wishes here in the Facebook chat tonight. We are giving away that $100 Amazon gift card as always once we hit the 500 likes. Last night we gained 16 likes on the Facebook page, bumped us up to 466, guys. Let's go ahead and hit that 500 like threshold tonight. That would be fantastic. That would be a great birthday present for Mike LeBlanc. But guys, we're going to start today's show off real quick, and we're going to jump right into Mike's thoughts.
And now, Mike's thoughts.
So, I got news this morning that my grandmother had a stroke, and she might not live through the night. So my thoughts are, everybody that you have close, hold them dear to you. If you haven't talked to your grandma or your grandpa, give them a call. If you have someone that you haven't talked to that's in your family, a friend, whatever the case may be, reach out to them. Tomorrow is not promised today. And a lot of us take for granted that there is always a tomorrow, when realistically tomorrow is not promised today. So those people in your life, do me a favor. Go hug them. Go give them a kiss. Go tell them how much you love them. That's my thought.
And Mike, my pain, my thoughts and prayers are definitely going out to you tonight. Like I know exactly what kind of boat you are in. My grandma lost her fight last summer, and I was driving home, and I just missed saying goodbye by like 10 minutes. Like, if I would have taken the car instead of my truck, I would have been there for one last gas stop. It was just so many what if factors. So, man, like, I definitely understand what you're going through, but hopefully tonight can get your mind off a little bit here. And I mean, I definitely feel for you, Mike. It's definitely a terrible way to spend a birthday. That is for sure. People in the chat are sending you prayers. Mike Reeves, my man, thank you for your thoughts there. Guys, Mike Reeves over from Twist and Mike on the mic, guys, he's a great guy. He's done all of our logo work here for us for a very, very good price, free. And I mean, Mike, shout out to you, my man, guys. So, like I said, guys, we're still giving away that $100 Amazon gift card. All you have to do is like the Facebook page. That is all you have to do. But if you want additional entries, feel free to share this live stream for us. That gets you 10 extra entries. You know, join one of our Trash Talk groups. That gets you 2 more entries, and invite people through those Trash Talk groups. Those are 2 more entries on top of that as well. But we're going to take a quick little break here, and then baseball is back, Mike. I mean, the Yankees, your Yankees are playing right now. Like the last I checked, they're up 4-1 and top of the 6th.
And so my grandmother, she's a humongous Astros fan. I might have to convert to an Astros fan and carry that on for her.
Like the Washington Nationals or the Astros, like you said.
No, the Astros.
Oh, I mean, we did talk about them last night. They do like getting hit by pitches. But, guys, we're going to talk baseball on the other side of the break, guys. We will be right back right after this quick little break. Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the Mike and Mike Man Hour. Man, the Mike, the chat kind of just blew up on you there. Jameson says, "What's up?" Michael Holmes says the Yankees are the most hated team in America, and then I got a notification that my wife is watching us. That's pretty cool. So we can't talk about any crazy cat ladies tonight because that would be bad. So, but Michael Holmes does say, welcome back, baseball. And like I said, guys, baseball opening night was tonight. Right now, we have the Yankees versus the Nationals. Like the last I checked was top of the 6th inning. They may or may not be in the rain delay still. There was lightning in the area, and I turned it off to come out here before I saw if it was actual rain delay or not. But following them, it is the Dodgers versus the Giants, is it? Dodgers-Giants game?
Yeah, that's what's going on right now. Oh, it's fixed on the start. I've got it on. But you know, it feels really good to see. It feels really good to see sports back on TV, especially with, you know, everything that we've gone through since February, March. Doesn't it feel like sports are like the heartbeat of America and like what really brings us all together, no matter what color you are, no matter what nationality, no matter what no matter what religion, doesn't matter your creed, that shit doesn't matter when it comes to sports. So doesn't it feel like sports is the heartbeat of America?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. Like, and like, to be honest, it couldn't have come back at a better time, especially in the area that like I'm at with shit's about to hit the fan here in Louisville, Kentucky over the like Saturday and Sunday. So I'm glad that I can escape into watching some baseball, watching some preseason basketball as well, and watch people get involved into football like as well. But the reason why we're bringing up baseball, not because of the opening day and like whatnot, is because breaking news just came out right before we came on air, about 5 o'clock, I guess, East Coast time, that they have expanded the playoffs to 16 teams. It is like I think the driving factor behind the whole 16-game playoff season, or 16-team playoff season, is to basically boost up the revenue for the Major League Baseball and the teams and etc. So first things first, Mike, what are your thoughts of the 16-team playoff?
I get it. It's going to be to generate some more revenue for baseball, because we all know when playoffs hit, the stands are packed.
Yeah.
I get it. But I also like what they're doing, right? You're expanding it to 16 teams. I wish the NBA would have done this, because now we didn't have a whole season of baseball, right?
Right.
But they've expanded it. And guys, this is only for this season only. It's not like this is going to be a forever thing. It's this season only. I feel like with them doing this, we're actually going to get even though the baseball season was short, I feel like we're going to get a actual true World Series champion in this, right? It doesn't matter what your record was, whatever the case may be. Like, you could have been, worse than the Yankees, worse than the Astros, worse than the Red Sox, so on and so forth,
Right.
and still get in the playoffs and still have that chance at a World Series title. So I really like what baseball is doing with this, because I feel like we're going to get a true World Series champion.
Yeah, and just to add to your points there, like, so there are 30 teams in the Major League Baseball system. So over half of the teams will make it into the playoffs this season. Like the way they're breaking it down was there's the top 2 teams from each division, and then 1 wild card team. So with that being said, this definitely helps the teams that kind of historically get off to a slow start, aka the Washington Nationals last season. They were 500 through the first 3 or 4 months of the season, and then they got hot late, and then obviously they won the World Series. Now this gives me hope as a Royals fan, because we're bad. Let's be totally honest, we are bad.
Hold on. You're not bad. You're not bad.
We're horrible.
You're fucking horrible.
We're freaking horrible. But I mean, but like, this is the first time in, I don't know, at least 6-7 years that the Royals will not finish with over 50 losses, and I'm freaking excited about that. So
I want to address Michael Holmes' comment.
Yeah,
He
go
said
ahead.
they're only playing a third of the season, not even close to feeling like a true World Series. I disagree with you, because they're expanding it to over half of the teams. So this is like more of a tournament style World Series champion. This is when you're gonna. I really think, like, let's take football for example. Or you get an 8-8 or a 9-7 team in there. Hey, they got a true shot of going all the way and running the table and going to the Super Bowl. So with baseball, I feel like the Kansas City Royals could possibly be in the playoffs. Are they horrible? Of course they are. But when you get it doesn't matter what sport you play, basketball, football, baseball, soccer, doesn't matter what sport you play. When you get into the playoffs, that's a whole different animal. Buck, I know from when you were playing football.
Yeah.
I know when I was playing football and baseball. When you get into the playoffs, even if you barely squeak into the playoffs, you're rejuvenated. You are like, oh shit, we are actually playing for a championship. We're not just playing through the season.
Everybody's 0-0 going into the playoffs. Like, you could have squeaked in there with a since you're playing 50 games. Let's say the Kansas City Royals squeak in there with a 20-30, a win-loss record, and they sneak in there. They might be playing the Yankees for the that first round series, but you know what? We're still 0-0 going into that, and we have World Series experience like on that team still. Yes, the Yankees have a lot better talent, a lot bigger payroll, but the world's gonna be rooting for those underdogs 100%. And just to address the comment that they're only playing a third of the season, to be honest, this is when I really start watching baseball anyways. After that All-Star break, like that first week or so, like I kind of get tuning back in. But this late July, early August, I start watching baseball every day. So really that first 2/3 of the season, I could care less about, because everybody still has a legitimate chance of getting hot and making the playoffs like at some point, because they still have like 70 games left still. So, I mean, and Michael Holmes does say, and stop assuming that the Yanks are going to be the number 1 seed. He is a Red Sox fan. So
well, too bad, Michael Holmes. Red Sox suck. Okay? It's Yankees all day, every day, son.
So I was listening to a different show. I think it was Benzi's Bit over here on the RTF Sports Network. You can find him, I believe it's on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. East Coast time.
Hey, Buck.
Yeah.
It's my mom. Give me a second.
Okay. I'll take over for like a little bit, Mike. No worries, man. So, like I was saying, wrong button. I was watching Benzi's Bit, and like he was giving me the division winners and like whatnot, and like he was picking his World Series winners and stuff like that. I think this totally transforms the playoff picture, because you are going to get some teams that probably don't belong in there, and they could very well upset some teams, aka the Boston Red Sox. I think, yes, Michael Holmes, I'm poking fun at your team there. I think that the Boston Red Sox will slide into the playoffs just because of the expanded schedule that they have, or the expanded playoffs that they have. Jameson, we will get to the Washington football team later tonight in the second segment. Calm those brakes there, son. But there are going to be teams in the Major League Baseball playoffs this year that are going to surprise some people. They would have otherwise not got in there if it wasn't for the expanded playoffs. So look for the teams like the Chicago White Sox to maybe make some noise. How about the Cincinnati Reds? They're definitely a underdog story. They tampered with the Yasiel Puig game there for like a little while, and so I just got a message from Brandon Coombs saying they're roasting me on his show. I mean, if they want to catch this clout anytime, you can come ride my dick anytime you want there, Triple Shot Sports. But let's go ahead and jump over to the comments here. Like I said, Michael Holmes says, stop assuming the Yankees will be the number 1 seed. I'm assuming the Yankees are going to be the number 1 seed because Holmes, who can really defend them in that division? Are you saying that the Boston Red Sox are going to challenge them for the number 1 seed, or the Tampa Bay Rays? Because the Toronto Blue Jays aren't going to be very, very good. Like, are they? The Orioles are going to be down like always. So, Mike, go ahead and mute your phone for me there. That'd be awesome.
My phone. I'm not even on the phone anymore.
Oh, we heard some background noise going on there.
ESPN going on is baseball, and that's important right now, Buck.
So, like I was saying, like there are going to be some teams that are going to sneak into the playoffs that are going to be some scary, scary teams. Mike, I said the Cincinnati Reds and the White Sox and the Red Sox might be those teams that slide into the playoffs that could make your noise. That could make some noise in the postseason. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think the Red Sox can make any noise. That's 100%. I think Red Sox are one. If they squeak into the playoffs, Red Sox are one and done. I think the White Sox maybe. Who was the other team you said?
The Cincinnati Reds.
Cincinnati Reds maybe will be able to make some noise, but I definitely think the Red Sox, they're one and done. White Sox are more than likely. The White Sox, they're more than likely one and done. I think the Cincinnati Reds can make some noise.
Yeah. Yeah. So, one of the question is that me and Michael Holmes very active in the chat there. Thanks you, my man, for being active, and Jameson as well. Like as always. But Trent over there from Periscope, he comes in and chimes in and says if this is a success this year in Major League Baseball for the with the 16-team playoff, do you think they do this future for the 21 season or 22 season?
No, I don't, because it's just no. Because then next year we go back to, the 162 game season.
Right.
So no, I don't think they expand it to 16 teams. I really don't. I think they keep. I like the way the playoff system is now.
I love that one game wild card game.
I really a one game wild card. Like
When
it's
the
you go in there and you play.
yeah, like the time that the Kansas City Chiefs won the World Series, we had that
Mm-hmm.
had that one game wild card game versus the Oakland A's. I think they were at the time, and it was like a 14 inning game. Dude, I was on my seat that whole game. I mean, I was in the crowd, loving every minute of it. Like, that was the best baseball game I've ever seen, besides Game 5. Game 5 of the World Series when we beat the Mets. So, also some other rules they are exploring here in this shortened season is when they go into extra innings, they are going to put a runner on scoring, like on base in scoring position to start the inning. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't like that, because like we all know, baseball takes a base hit and then what? That's it. It's over. No,
Small
I don't
ball.
like. I don't like that. I really don't. Like, play the fucking inning, because if they score, game's over.
Well, no, because if it's the top of the 10th and you score, you still get the bottom of the 10th to score.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I still don't like that though, because you can have a really good top of the inning and hold them to no score, because really all it takes, and that's all it takes, is a base hit. So why not just keep the innings the way they are? Because that's all it really does take in baseball. You get somebody on first, and then you can start to rally.
Yeah. Well,
I don't like that.
And
I don't like.
And I love this idea because
Oh.
as a Kansas City fan, this is how we killed teams in the postseason. Is we got somebody on base, and then we put what's his name in Gore, on the base path. He would steal second because he ran like a 140 or something, something blazing speed, and then we bunt him over the third, and then we would get a blooper out in the outfield, and he would score, and we would win many games like that. I like this is because it starts to put strategy back into those extra innings. You can just not put what was the closer's name for the Yankees that was dominant forever? Ventura or whatever his name was. You know who I'm talking about. Mariano Rivera.
Yeah, Rivera.
Yeah, so I mean, you can just not put him on the mound and just shut him down, yada yada yada. Now it takes some strategy. Now it takes the offensive players to do some small ball, get him over to third base, maybe a bloop single, and it is exciting.
No. Keep the runners off base. Michael Holmes, yeah, I agree with you. Keep them off base.
So guys, let us know in the chat here if you're on Periscope, YouTube, or Twitch. Give us a hashtag runners on or hashtag runners off. Same thing in Facebook here, but you don't have to do the hashtag because I don't have to pull the hashtags up. So guys, we're going to take a quick little break here. After the break, Jameson has been harping on me, Mike. Talk about the Redskins. Oh, sorry.
We're gonna get to it, Jameson. We're gonna get to it. Don't you worry about it.
We can't say Redskins. It is racist.
It's offensive.
My bad. So we're going to talk about the Washington football team, and then of course we got to talk a little Antonio Brown. To play or not to play? That is the question. We'll be right back, guys. Mike and Mike Man Hour.
That sucks.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the Mike and Mike Man Hour here. Michael Buckeister with my man, Mike LeBlanc. Guys, we're still giving away that $100 Amazon gift card. All you have to do is like the Facebook page. You get entered into win that $100 Amazon gift card every time we hit the 500 like mark. So it's 500 likes, 1,000 likes, 1,500 likes.
Tomorrow. Give me a birthday present. Let's hit that 500 likes tomorrow.
Yeah, speaking of which, it is Mike LeBlanc's birthday, guys. So let's go ahead and give him some birthday wishes over there in the chat. That would be freaking awesome, man. So, guys, let's just go ahead and blow up the chat here real quick with some birthday wishes. And, Michael, I got a special surprise for you here in 3 seconds. Are you ready? Can you handle it?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, man. When I get sweaty, man, my eyes start burning real bad. It's ridiculous.
Do I make you sweat? Do I make you horny?
Birthday, Mike. Man, I had to give you a little happy birthday wish. Apparently that's like a hip-hop remix. I didn't know they had made hip-hop birthday remixes. Man, I was just looking for like a you know, it's like some old people singing like happy birthday and their teeth fall out like that. That'd be awesome.
I don't know where to take that. I hope you eat massive amounts of sausage for your birthday. I don't know if you're being sarcastic with a gay comment or you're being serious.
So Mike is ex-military just like you are, so you guys have plenty of sausages in your mouth growing up, right? Through the military. So, I mean, when you guys travel the world, I mean, definitely get some sausages in the mouth. But speaking of sausages in the mouth, Washington Redskins officially dropped their name, about a week ago now, a week and a half, and they come out with a new team name, Washington Football Team. Apparently, this is branded now.
I don't like that name. The Washington Football Team.
Yeah.
You could have picked so much better of a name.
What would a name would have satisfied you?
Hold on. No, Michael Holmes. I was not in the. It was not in the name. I am ex-army. Okay. 11 bang bang.
He wished he had semen in his mouth though.
Third bat. Let's go.
So Washington dropped their name and they came out and said the Washington Football Team. However, I did just read that their schedule for like other teams, they still have Redskins on their schedule. So make of that what you will. So, you know, with people being so adamant of dropping that name when other teams haven't dropped the Redskin name off of their schedule, nah. So Jameson says it is supposed to be temporary. However, how temporary can it be? Preseason or training camp starts in less than 5 days. Don't you think you want a logo on the side of your helmet for training camp?
Hold on, say that one more time. Training camp starts at what?
5 days. The 28th.
Ooh, talk sexy to me one more time.
5 days.
Ooh. 5 days, guys. 5 days training camp starts.
And I believe you told me that the first game's in like 49 days, right?
Yeah, 49 days.
Now was that regular season or was that preseason?
No, I think that's regular.
There is no preseason game, is there? Oh, regular season, 49 games. The Browns don't have a logo says Michael Holmes, but the Browns do have a nickname. I mean, every sports team has to have a nickname, right? I mean, you just can't call them Washington Football Team. I mean, even soccer teams, yes, they have like they're the Louisville FC, but they're still the Kings or whatever, you know. So, Mike, what's a good nickname for Washington?
I like the Red Tails, man.
The Red Tails, as in like a airplane red tail thing.
Yeah, I like the Red Tails.
You know.
Yeah, you might as well call them the Washington Politics.
Yeah. I think they should just totally get away from the red anything. Like I've seen red wolves, red tails, rednecks. I even saw the orange skins with the face of Donald Trump. I thought that was pretty good. But I mean, just do the DC Sentinels like off of the replacements. I mean, the branding is already there. The color schemes. I mean, they have some kick-ass jerseys. I mean, shoot, just copy everything off of that movie and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree, Michael Holmes. They shouldn't have fucked with the name in the first place. I get it.
Yeah.
No, they shouldn't have. But I mean, we're surrounded by a fucking bunch of 20-year-olds who are fucking sensitive and everything fucking offends them for every little thing. So here we are.
Yeah, so like how we got into this last week is like, where does it stop? Does it start with the Braves, the Warriors, the Chiefs, the Sentinel, or the Seminoles, I should say? Like, where does it stop? So, I mean, it is what it is. That is beyond the point. But like you said, NFL season is 49 days away for the first kickoff game as of right now. Like, obviously, I mean, shit does change daily here, at least in like Indiana. So, Mike, I want to ask you this question. Going into the 2020 season, out of the active players that have never won a Super Bowl, who would you like to see to win a Super Bowl?
Ooh, players or teams?
Players.
Ooh, that's a deep question, man.
Deep and sensational.
My number one player that I would like to see win a Super Bowl would have to be Jason Witten. It would have to be Jason Witten. He had the man is a class act on and off the field. He's just such a great role model, and he's arguably, and I don't give a damn if any of you agree with me, he is arguably one of the best tight ends to ever play the position.
He's definitely top two of all time, I bet, behind Tony G.
Yeah. I mean, for him to retire without a Super Bowl seems almost criminal. Like, you almost want to call him Mr. Football.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, just the way he handles himself off the field, on the field, the way he composes himself in press conferences. I've never, ever heard a press conference where it was all about Jason Witten.
Right.
Anybody ever talked about, you, Jason Witten would always turn it to about the team. So, man, number one would have to be Jason Witten.
Yeah, and wouldn't that be something if the Dallas Cowboys went to the Super Bowl this year with Jason Witten being on the Las Vegas team? I mean, like, that would be the ultimate, like, smack in the face. I think.
I'd be heartbroken if the Cowboys went to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl this year and he's on the Raiders.
Yeah.
I'd be heartbroken.
You'd definitely be heartbroken for him, 100%.
It'd be like, yo, trade for him in the middle. Like, trade for him.
Right.
Like, bring him on. He's got to have a Super Bowl ring.
I don't ever know why the Cowboys let him go anyways. Like, couldn't they not sign him to, like, a minimum deal for a couple $1 million just to keep him around? I mean,
keep him around. He's a great, like, I can see Jason Witten one day being a coach.
Yeah. Well, I believe he is a coach in waiting for some high school in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. So in the chat here, Jameson comes with Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, or Matthew Stafford as well. I'm sorry, I didn't see Matt Ryan. I just saw Matt. I assumed Matt Ryan. So Matthew Stafford, Phillip Rivers, or he said Jason Witten as well. Phillip Rivers was on my list as well as Larry Fitzgerald. I would love to see him, at least make it to a Super Bowl. I don't think the Arizona Cardinals have made a Super Bowl with him on it. But you know what? Mark Ingram from the Baltimore Ravens. He has not won a Super Bowl. He came to the Saints after they won theirs, and then he left. Like, obviously, so I would like to see Mark Ingram win one because, like, I think he has paid his dues and, like, he has been around the league for, I don't know, 9 years. I mean, he's jumped from team to team, but he has been the ultimate, team player, the ultimate true player. But one person that comes to mind, really right off the bat, it's got to be Matthew Stafford.
Hell no.
It is a toss-up between him and Larry Fitzgerald. Who
would have to between him and Larry Fitzgerald? It would have to be Larry Fitzgerald because they were robbed in that Super Bowl.
Yeah, but Matthew Stafford has never been there because he's never had the opportunity. He's never had the team to really help him get there. So, I mean, for him to get there,
because Matthew Stafford sucks.
But he's going to lead their team to a 10-6 season this year in a NFC North Division championship with a playoff win. So, are there any other players besides the ones that we named that you would like to see?
Ooh, Phillip Rivers. I'd like to see Phillip Rivers win a championship. And I think they are geared up to make a Super Bowl run this year.
Right.
I really do. I would not be mad at all if Indianapolis went to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl this year. Would not be mad one bit. Even if they beat the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl, would not be mad one bit.
I think Phillip Rivers is just much like Jason Witten, like the ultimate class person. You guys need to go to NFL Mic'd Up like on YouTube and listen to him trash talk. He never curses, he never talks derogatory. Like he just straight up says, "Hey man, I made a hell of a pass, huh?" He's just so positive, so upbeat, and he has 15 kids. So I mean, he needs to win a Super Bowl to support all those damn kids. Jameson says there are a lot of great players who have never won a championship. I'm sad Patrick Willis and Joe Stanley never won one. Patrick Willis could have probably won a Super Bowl if he wouldn't have retired from the NFL at the age of 24 or 25 or however he was. So,
truth.
One person I don't want to see win a Super Bowl ever, Kirk Cousins.
Dak Prescott.
I would be mad if Dak Prescott won, but I don't like Kirk Cousins.
I like Kirk. I do. I like Kirk Cousins. I think he can win one in Minnesota. I really do.
Zimmer did just sign a contract extension. Talk about habitual average coach. Mike Zimmer is one of those in Minnesota. So some more breaking news that happened over the last couple days. Tuesday, Antonio Brown retires. Says it is not worth it to play the game that he loves. It is he's safer to be at home. Not even 26 hours later, he makes some big long tweet basically saying, "Hey, the NFL, stop jerking me around. I'm ready to play." And then he shows a video of him working out with Seattle Seahawks again. So Antonio Brown has officially unretired and looking to play on an NFL team. Mike, does he play in the NFL this season?
I hope not. The dude is I think the dude needs to go get some help.
Supposedly he has been seeing a psychiatrist.
He reminds me of Brandon Marshall when Brandon Marshall was going through his shit. And
wasn't he raping kids though too?
No, he wasn't. No, but he was he's bipolar, and he came back eventually and was a good player for it. And I hope AB does the same thing. You need to go get help. You've got some mental issues that you need to figure out before you can come step on the field. Because I think now, without going to do that, you're going to be a cancer in the locker room. And any team he goes to.
He is
too. Remember, I was advocating for him 3 weeks ago.
Right.
He's got a point to prove. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He hasn't been playing football. He needs to go to a team. Now, you can't just fucking say, I quit. Oh, never mind. Sorry. I want to play football. NFL, I need you to look into this and launch an investigation of why I'm not playing football. You're not playing football, Antonio Brown, because you're fucking crazy.
This is basically like you putting in your 2 weeks at work, and then they find a replacement for you 2 days after that, and this replacement is better than you are, and you're like, whoa. I wanted you guys to suffer for like a little bit, just because like I wasn't going to be there. Maybe shit hits the fan and you guys are calling me up, but he doesn't seem want to be because people are like, oh well, he retired again. See ya, right? But I have to go back to what you said about a month ago, that he has something to prove. He has a chip on his shoulder. Jameson says he wants to see him in Baltimore. I don't want to see him in Baltimore. He needs a veteran presence as a quarterback. I've been saying that. He needs a veteran presence.
You know, I'd like to see him at
Seattle,
Green Bay, or Indianapolis.
I don't think Green Bay would need him or use him effectively.
Green Bay's receivers. Let's get that out the way.
They have Devontae Adams and Functions. Green Bay Greg has sold me on the Green Bay Packer receiver core.
I'm not confident in the Green Bay Packer receiver core. I'm really not.
If he had a stable mind, like I'm talking like when he was with the Steelers in that all pro, right? He would do wonders with the freaking Jets. I mean, be reunited with like Le'Veon Bell, a nice strong arm young quarterback. I mean, I have Le'Veon Bell being a number 6 running back this year in the NFL, and with the addition of Antonio Brown on there, he could jump up to number 4.
Crack before you made that list?
What?
Did you smoke crack before you made that list?
Dude, I've been giving shit about my picks all day, and it's not going to faze me because I know what Le'Veon Bell did in Steelers. And people are saying, oh, they lost their offensive line. They drafted the best offensive line in the NFL draft. That kid from Louisville, he's like 6'8", 345 pounds. He is not going to get moved, and he's going to move a lot of people. They also drafted a receiver in that Mims guy from Baylor. He is going to go up and get the ball a lot. There are not going to be eight guys in the box this season, and even if they did, that lineman from Louisville is going to take up the double teams every time. So don't worry about that. What you need to worry about is whatever team Antonio Brown goes to. If it's a young receiver that doesn't have a strong nucleus, that team is going to corrupt. So if he goes to Baltimore, like Jameson says, Baltimore Ravens are going to be habitual 8-18. Did you hear that, Jameson? If Antonio Browns go to Baltimore Ravens, they will be 8-8 going forward this season. No 14-2, no 13-3. They may not even make the playoffs.
You are smoking crack.
Am I?
Yes.
You just told me that Antonio Brown is going to be a cancer on the team, and I told you that he had to go to a veteran present quarterback team.
Jim Harbaugh is a no-nonsense coach.
Okay, cool.
He may not be the greatest coach. I'll give you that. But he is no nonsense in that locker room. Yeah. There's no way Antonio Brown goes to – there's no way that Antonio Brown goes to the Ravens in the first place.
Well, I think he does have like a cousin there or something like that. So maybe he has some type of pull. But I'm telling you, if Antonio Brown goes to a team that has a young nucleus, a young impressionable quarterback, he's going to force him the ball, a lot of interceptions, and you know who they're going to blame? They're not going to blame Lamar Jackson because, you know, he's a quarterback. He can only do so much, yada, yada. They're going to blame Antonio Brown. And Jameson says that team has a strong as hell locker room. Show me.
They really do.
Show me in the playoffs that they have a strong locker room.
Oh, here we go with this playoff bullshit.
So, I think Antonio Brown does go to the Seattle Seahawks in the end. And hell, they might even pick up Josh Gordon too. I mean, if they sign both of those guys, I'd rather have to lock in the Seattle Seahawks.
I'd rather see Dez Bryant on that team.
I don't know about Dez. I just
Dez isn't a number one receiver. Dez is a good number 2, damn good slot receiver right now where he's at in his career.
That is great on paper, sure. That's great on paper.
Slot.
Do you think Dez has a mindset of saying, yes, I am a number 3 receiver now?
I do.
I don't think he had that mindset going into the Saints. Like I think he truly thought that he would have one game, as like a number 2, number 3 option, and then he was going to be the option in New Orleans.
I don't think so. I think Dez understands that he is not a number 1 receiver. He's not he would have to go to a team that has a no-name number 1 receiver for him to be a number 1 receiver.
So a good question came over. Well, a comment came over in the chat here. They said the Seahawks will take Josh Gordon over Antonio Brown. Who would you take?
I think so too. I think they would take Josh Gordon over Antonio Brown, just because Pete Carroll is not an authoritarian coach.
So you want a pothead like Josh Gordon just to be able to smoke weed anytime he wants to, and probably only play 3 games and get kicked off again, right?
I mean, I'd rather take a pothead over a fucking crazy person.
Crazy person is going to go over the middle and catch me a ball.
I guess.
A pothead's going to be, oh, darn it, that was out of my reach.
Fuck out of here.
So, Mike, before we head out, I got one more topic to bring up to you here. I spoke a little bit like this last night on a 2-minute warning, but Terrell Owens and Tyreek Hill ran a 40-yard dash.
Hold on, but why you brought up Tyreek Hill? Did you see? I don't know his name. He is a high school wide receiver. Did you see him moss Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
He mossed him one-handed.
He's like,
yeah.
It was crazy.
That was beautiful.
So just to address that comment that just came in, Jameson says, "Did you hear that Tyreek Hill believes that Chiefs going to win 7 Super Bowls?" Tyreek Hill did not say that. Chris Jones said that. 5 Super Bowls is not out of the reach.
And what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
What's wrong with him saying that? I don't have any problem with any NFL player saying, I'm going to win 5 Super Bowls. I'm going to win 7 Super Bowls. You know what? I'd much rather have someone on my team that says that than maybe we can win. No, I want someone to be like, I'm going to go, we're going to go win 7 Super Bowls, 5 Super Bowls.
Even Patrick Mahomes came out and said I want to match Tom Brady in Super Bowls. So
yeah,
I don't have any problem with that cocky arrogance at all. Now my wife Cindy, she would hate it because she hates those cocky arrogant. She hates Cam Newton. She freaking hates Patrick Mahomes now because he signed this mega deal. Who else does she hate? She pretty much hates every person with an ego on the field.
Is Patrick Mahomes' deal a mega deal?
I
don't
know.
I don't think it's a mega deal.
People are wrapped up in the $500 million.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I told you when we found out his contract. Everybody's going to be wrapped up in the $500 million. They're not going to be wrapped up in the 10-year deal where he's making 30-something million a season. Well, he's making less than a lot of these quarterbacks, and he's going to be making less than quarterbacks when in the future.
Yeah,
so
because you do have Dak Prescott coming up and Lamar Jackson, and they're probably going to sign $40+ million deals per year. So let me go ahead and get back to this T.O. and Tyreek Hill thing. And with that being said, Terrell Owens and Tyreek Hill raced in a 40-yard dash just the other day. Terrell Owens, of course, is 46 years old. He still ran a 4.4 unofficial time. So stopwatch 4.4, 40-yard dash at 46 years old. Can a team use the services of Terrell Owens?
Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. That man still moved that fast. He was only a couple steps behind Tyreek Hill.
Right.
Which, I may be wrong, but isn't Tyreek Hill the fastest?
He is the fastest player in the NFL right now.
And
with
he was a
4.1 or 4.1.
And Terrell Owens, at 46 years old, was a few steps behind him.
Yeah.
Yes, there are teams in the league that can have Terrell Owens services. Yes, that need them.
So
Yeah.
let me explain to the people that were not watching last night, because we do have a lot more people watching tonight. Which thank you guys for that. I said the first thing to go on a wide receiver is their speed. You start seeing them run a 4.5 or a 4.6 or a 4.7. You never lose the ability to run a route or to catch the ball. Yes, your route might be a little bit slower, a little bit less like crisp, man. But there are teams out there that could use the services of 46-year-old Terrell Owens. He is 6'5", 6'6", built like a brick shit house, has these massive hands.
He's in fucking shape.
Good. I mean, Detroit Lions, give this man a call. Miami Dolphins, give this man a call. Jacksonville Jaguars, give this man a call.
Been inducted into the Hall of Fame, so can he come out of retirement after being inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Who says you can't? I mean, Antonio Brown has retired and unretired 3 times in the last six months, right?
That's true, but he hasn't been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I mean, I'm just saying, if there are services out there for a 4'4", 6'5" wide receiver that can catch anything in his radius, sign that boy up.
I mean, if I was a GM, I'd be like, oh shit. Terrell Owens, you want to come for a workout, bud?
I mean, even like Chad Johnson still ran like a 4.5. But Chad Johnson was never like that speed guy. He was a very good possessive receiver. Very tall, very could make space. So shoot. How about this? The Cincinnati Bengals called Terrell Owens, Chad Ochocinco, and they have AJ Green with Joe Burrow.
Man.
Broken Hip City, right? Broken Hip City. Guys, it's that time of the night. 2-minute warning.
That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Alrighty, guys. Tonight for my 2-minute warning, I am going to go away from sports, and I'm going to kind of get into a issue that's happening in my neck of the woods here in Louisville, Kentucky. There is a militia coming into town to protest the murder of Breonna Taylor. This person, I believe the organization called is NFCA, which is basically they don't give a crap. Basically, what it breaks down to, it is no fooling around coalition. Guys, these people have come out and publicly said that they're going to rip white people out of their houses and burn their houses to the ground like we did to their ancestors. Guys, what is wrong with people in the world? Why are we still doing this? Let's come together. Let's build a nation. Let's embrace the sports coming back. Let's embrace this economy starting to grow again. Let's embrace the fact that we are all fighting a common enemy. We're not fighting each other. Organizations like this are ripping this world apart. Don't intervene with it. Just be smart. Be smart. Have a good time. Enjoy some baseball. Enjoy some basketball. If you're in Louisville, Kentucky, do not go outside. Watch baseball.
I wish a motherfucker would come try to drag me out of my fucking house.
Man, I don't want to think about what is going to happen.
You will be dead once you step 1 foot on my property. You're done. You're out of there. I wish, man.
Just to add to some points here, that's called domestic terrorism. Jameson, you are 100% correct. I believe Seattle called this group a terrorist group about a month ago when they came to Seattle. Back on the sports side, Jameson says maybe Terrell Owens can play in the XFL.
Hell no, you can play in the NFL. Let's go.
Let's go. Super Bowl champ Terrell Owens and the Detroit Lions. Have a good night, guys.